Hello, good morning everybody. I hope you're doing extremely well today. Today is August the 23rd. It's about 2 p.m. here in Istanbul, Turkey. Very beautiful day. I love Turkey very much so. So thank you very much for joining me. For those that don't know me, my name is Philakone. Everyone calls me Phil for short, and welcome to my YouTube channel. So I got started about 7 years ago in crypto. I used to be a mechanical engineer, and then things got kind of bad for me. I wasn't really happy with the way things were going. Started learning about crypto, bought a few hundred Ethereum, built a mining rig, which is over here. I'll show you it. If you guys would like to follow me on Instagram, you're welcome to. Just shows a little bit about more of my personal side, things with my fiance and I, where we travel, things we see, our pets. So a few years ago, I ended up building this right here with just kind of spare parts and spare money I had lying around. It's an Ethereum mining rig with 3 video cards. I built that and I ended up mining a few hundred Ethereum, bought a few hundred Ethereum to the point where the bull market in 2017 changed my life. And then I decided to become a professional trader and analyst. And here we are 7 years later. I started in 2015 and I've never looked back since. And now I'm here to provide you with top tier technical analysis from the perspective of a professional trader that does this very seriously and I would say profitably as well, right? It's been 7 years, I better be profitable. So thank you very much for joining me. And please make sure you're giving me a follow, a like, and also hit this notification button if you haven't done so already. I'll be making a video every single day for the next 42 days until my parents visit me and Uraz in Turkey. My parents have never met Uraz, my fiance, yet, because we're in Turkey and they're in Canada. They're a little bit older, so here we are. And if you guys are interested, check out the banner at the top there, philakone.com. I also have a premium Discord trading group where there's currently a 7-day trial. If you go to my website, just to be safe there at philakone.com, you'll be able to see a link to my Discord group. And because September is coming up, I completely skipped August. Every month, I allow 10 people to get into my Discord group with a lifetime membership. And the lifetime membership is pretty awesome. It includes my full lifetime membership, which is normally $600 a year, to my Discord group. It includes full course version 2.0, which is 29 hours over 53 video lessons. It's also going to include my book that's mailed out to you, the second edition Philakone course version 2.0 book. That's mailed out to you. It always sells out. I barely have them in stock. And it's also I'm gonna mail you as well a Team Philakone t-shirt. I get all the samples in about a week there. Then I'll be able to let you pick the color and the size where I'll mail it out to you. So 10 people are gonna get into this with promotion every single month. So make sure you guys DM me. Anyways, I'm done talking. Let's get into this right away. So the first thing that I do every single day, okay, is I take a look at Loom. Loom is a website. Okay, I'm just gonna show you guys how it looks right here. Cryptoloom.co. Okay, I don't know how it's pronounced exactly. I just call it Lume, which is Loom to me. Some people disagree. I don't really care. I'm not shilling for them. They don't pay me to do any of this. So the first thing I do, the reason I like this site is because it sorts my RSI on multiple time frames and shows every single coin. I also like it because it shows the volume and also the percentage movements for each coin as well. The first thing that I do is I sort it by RSI, high and low. You can click on it once for high, click on it again for low. And what we're seeing compared to yesterday is that the 24-hour RSI is not nearly as low. Yesterday, we were observing many coins under 30 RSI. Today, it has absolutely recovered slightly, but we don't see any coins reaching oversold yet, right? Overbought yet. Some are getting a little bit up there, but not quite. On the 4-hour, we don't see many coins reaching overbought, except for EOS, which we'll get into. And then we also see many coins have now gotten above the 30 RSI, so they're not oversold anymore. Yesterday, we had about 30 coins that were all oversold under the 4-hour 30 RSI, okay? On a low time frame, we use a low time frame to see if there's anything really volatile right now. And what we're seeing is that BCH is already a pick because on the 15-minute and the 30-minute RSI, it's reaching above 70 already. So we're going to automatically go there and take a look at what's going on. And we see that it's still trending pretty much so right now. with a 10% movement to the upside. Because of that, it gets on our red list today. That's the only coin that gets on the red list so far, okay? Still trending upwards. So that's a coin we definitely want to take a note of. So there's two resistances. There's one at 136, another one there, and a few there. So it's definitely going to pop up probably to get into one of these ranges. So it still has a possible, I'd say here is about 3% more to go, up to another 12% to go. So this coin absolutely has potential today, in my opinion, and that's going to get on my red list right away. Another one that I like to do is I like to sort it by the 4-hour and the daily volume, percentage movement. We see that one coin, Ant, has moved 1.43K% in volume. Another one's DGB, right? So Ant here moved up quite a bit already. You go to that coin, and what you conclude is, I don't trade these coins. I do not recommend trading these coins or looking at these coins. For example, you want to make sure that you focus on knowing what, you have to focus on having priority over which coins to trade and not trade. If you pretty much take any coin to trade because it's moving, you might be ignoring the risk. In my opinion, a good trader will focus on understanding how much they can lose rather than how much they can win. Focus on what you can lose, not what you can win, okay? Because if you make safe and good trades, the profit becomes a bonus, and you will eventually profit if you make good and safe trades. Whereas if you focus on coins that are you're going for them just because they're moving, you might end up making more mistakes. You might end up making riskier trades. There might be more FOMO and greed involved and emotions. So let me give you an example of what not to trade. What not to trade is a coin like Ant. The reason why you don't trade this coin is because it moved up literally 38% in 5 minutes, okay? It's too volatile, it's unpredictable, and with these kind of coins, with the unpredictability of it and how much it has spiked up parabolically in a short period of time, it's safe to say that only a few people are able to trade this coin, and those are the people that have whale status and have a really large amount of capital to be moving the market. You don't want to be the kind of trader that's just kind of chasing what the whales do, right? In these kinds of manipulated markets. And this is a very manipulated market for Ant, in my opinion. You want to avoid these coins. The faster you learn how to avoid what not to trade, right? And focus on the good coins that are not choppy, right? Not going gigantic wicks up, gigantic drops down. The faster you avoid these coins and focus on the ones that are smoother, perhaps easily identifiable, moves a little bit slower, right? Like a little bit slower than that at least. I mean, you don't want to trade a coin that's moved up. Literally, this isn't a 1 minute candle, by the way. Okay, so this coin, it moved up 30 something percent, and then it dropped 18% in a 1 minute candle. You don't want to touch those kind of coins. Avoid them entirely. Another one is, for example, NKN. Okay, you don't want to trade NKN because of this. Look at this guy right here, where this one in a 1 minute candle did 17%. Right? You don't want to trade that. And another one here, in a 1 minute candle, this one here did 70% almost. This is a 1 minute candle. So avoid these coins at all costs. It's going to cost you more in the long run than it will. Then you're going to be able to profit from it. Another really bad coin to be trading, in my opinion, okay, is EOS. This is another 1 minute candle that spiked up 10% in 1 minute. So those coins are really difficult to trade. And then it drops back down 6% in 1 minute as well. Very difficult coin. Avoid the risk. You can find better trades than that. You got to have standards in what kind of coins to trade, okay? So then what you're seeing today on Crypto Loom is Ant is written off. It's not a good coin to pick. So you take a look at the volume, and compared to yesterday, not really that many coins have actually picked up in volume except for Ant, okay? Nothing is reaching massive 4-digit ranges. So then you take a look at the volume on the 4-hour. You say to yourself, okay, nothing has moved really up either, more than double digits, right? Only BCH, 44% compared to yesterday. And the next thing I do is I take a look at the daily. I go to the daily, right? And I say to myself, okay, well, yesterday we barely had double digits. But now we're getting CRV, Atom, BCH, CHZ, EOS, Ant. But we already ruled out EOS being a bad coin to trade, and Ant being a bad coin to trade. BCH is a really good coin in my opinion right now. So compared to yesterday, the RSI today is higher than it was yesterday from the bottom. Okay, the volume is about the same, and the 4 hour, or sorry, the percentage movement, we're getting some coins in double digits, but not that many. Okay, you want to have a crypto loom screen that's lighting up all green. That's where it's going to show you the most potential. So Bitcoin right now, we're going to jump into that very quickly. Bitcoin right now, if we take a look on the bigger picture, what we're seeing is a channel form. Okay, you're going to see a lot of these lines here. I'm going to show you exactly which ones I'm talking about and why these are important on my screen right now. Okay, I'll make it big for you guys to all see here. So right here, what we see is a beautiful channel that's forming. Okay, depending on what time frame you take a look at, if you go on the daily, it looks like it's got good bull traps and bear trap regions. Bull trap, bull trap, bull trap. A bull trap is a region where you're believing that the price looks like it's going up, but it only sharply declines right after, trapping the people that went into a bull trap above a certain region. So the major resistance is 24,500. There's no doubt about that. Okay, if we break above there, the next resistance will probably be around 25 to 26K, because that's now the top of this channel resistance. Okay, so this channel is holding true. We're seeing this channel hold very true because multiple points of intersection. Okay, so the reason why this yellow line that I'm about to make is really prominent. See this yellow line right there? That's really important because it was the previous low on July the 17th and 18th, and the previous low on July the 27th. So these 2 points, this one, and here, it makes a support, right? Not only that, if you assume parallelity in the channel, it makes one gigantic apex region of a support. So this is like a dual support. One from here, right? And one from here. So the channel support, and then also this low of July 17th. So that makes a pretty strong support. So now the 20,750 range must hold. If it does not hold, okay, if that does not hold, you can be sure that we're just going to end up free falling down to over here. We'll end up going to around the 18,900 range, pretty much to this range there. Because now if you take kind of the average of this one, and this one, what you're seeing is the support is 18.9. So if that breaks, you can expect a lot of bears to enter and the entire market to collapse, right? We're going to see an 8 to 9% drop on BTC, which means that the alts will follow with it as well, okay? And if alts follow with it, it's going to be catastrophe. An 8 to 9% drop on Bitcoin can mean that the alts will fall anywhere between 10 to 25%. You can bet on that because alts, they tend to drop much more or move much more than Bitcoin does if Bitcoin does something. So that's important to understand. So right now we got this strong support at 20,750. If that holds and it breaks above this particular resistance, the next resistance that we see here, which I'll make red, okay, this guy right here is red for resistance. That one right there is the next resistance, no doubt. If we look at a multiple time frames, you can see that there are wicks poking above it, right? Wicks poking above it, and anything above it is bull trapped. If we can break above this $21,530 range, I can guarantee that there's a high probability, not guarantee it's going to happen, but there's a much higher probability that we'll probably get to the top here at 24,500 range. So if that breaks, there's a really good long opportunity, which I'm excited about, okay? There's a possible 13% move to the upside, and I'll risk about 2% on a $1 million position that could possibly be coming up. And when I leverage, okay, there's a guy that is on Twitter and on YouTube where I don't want to talk bad about anybody, my channel, because my channel is not for that, but he's got a lot of followers. He's got like 1 million followers on Twitter and like 600,000 on YouTube. And he posted something today where he actually posted a long position for Bitcoin. And it was really funny because he leverages 15x, right? 15x, and he's trading $300,000 positions. So that means that he's only got 20,000 in his account, right? So that's if he's leveraging 15x to play 300K. In my opinion, I think that if you're a professional trader and you've got that many followers and you've been in the game for that long, you really don't need to be leveraging 15x. When I say I'm gonna be playing $1 million, I'm leveraging like times 5 only. Like literally, I keep a pretty big amount in my Binance, as you guys know, right? Not only that, I can cash things out on my Binance in my spot if I wanted to just play 1x or 2x or 3x, right? So please don't ever leverage high. That's the moral of the story here, okay? You don't want to get yourself in a position where you're over leveraged. You also have to consider the fees when you're leveraging, right? You're leveraging more, your account's small, so the fees are just astronomical compared to your principal balance that you have. So I'm really excited to take this possible 6.83 to 1 RR setup coming up, right? Where I'm going to stop myself out. If it breaks above there, I'll stop myself out about 1 to 2% below the $21,500 range here. And I'll definitely target $24,500. And this here in a $1 million position could be a really big changer for me in terms of I haven't made profit much in July or August. I'm up about $70,000 in 2 months, which is really slow for me, right? So I'm definitely struggling with that a little bit right now, finding a good trade. But the patience is really important. You got to let the trades come to you. So these are my thoughts. 21,500 is a resistance. If we break $21,500, we're going to probably attempt a $24,500 hit. If we don't hold here above 20,750, we're going to see a sharp drop to near $18,900 range. So these are my thoughts for Bitcoin today, and just kind of the market in general to give you guys some tips and tricks about what to trade and what not to trade. So thank you very much for joining me. A little bit longer video than I would have liked. Make sure you guys are checking out philakone.com above there to get in my 7-day trial for my Discord group. You may as well join it. There's a 7-day trial, okay? And make sure you guys are giving me a like and follow me and hit the notification button. And if you're interested in my lifetime subscription, that includes the course version 2.0, a lifetime of the Discord trading group, my course Philakone version 2.0, second edition book, and a Team Philakone merchandise t-shirt packaged for $1,050. That's a really good deal. Normally it's over $2,000. You're saving 50% on it. Just send me a DM and I'll be more than happy to accommodate you early before September hits. Keep in mind there's only 10 slots available each month, and I skipped July. And there's a lot of interest in it, so I can expect it to sell out very, very soon. So I'll talk to you very soon, and thank you for joining me. Bye now.